Bitcoin just made history with this key metric. We also have a potential approval for the ETF on spot Bitcoin coming right around the corner, and a deep look into some of the darkest and scariest meme coins in the Solana ecosystem. All this and more on today's blockchain basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
400,000 to 600,000.
Do you
The
think it's
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Welcome one, welcome all. God, we got to take down the Christmas stuff soon.
Oh,
what?
no.
Not till January 6th.
Oh, January 6th. We should have a holiday on January 6th, I
Oh,
think.
I meant it for a different reason.
Wait,
Nah, you mean it for my reasons.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? We're going there. Hannah, dressed in camo. How the hell are you doing?
Always.
I couldn't even see her this morning. And I'm going to keep saying it until I drive myself crazy. But how's your weekend? I haven't seen you since the holidays started. You have a good Christmas?
yeah, it was great. I
Yeah?
got to hang out with my mom and
Me too.
yeah, good vibes. Christmas is good. Family is good. Very blessed.
Yeah. All
But
right.
we're back, baby, and we're up.
Oh, look at Crypto
Aren't
Alpha.
we?
I hated Nick Demondi, but I can't lie. He's growing on me. That's what he's like. What's that thing in Last of Us? It's
A
like
malignant tumor?
a malignant tumor. Maybe like that. Yeah,
That was
that's,
savage. I'm
no,
sorry.
that's
I'm
pretty
just
good.
kidding.
He's growing. He grows on you. I mean, there's no stopping it. BJ, did you have a good holiday season? Did you spend time hanging out and enjoying it?
I read comic books on the beach in South
Hey,
Beach.
There you
Okay,
go.
You were
Perfect.
in Miami?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes I go to
Unbelievable.
Miami, Hannah. Okay.
No.
Shit, take me.
You got the hairdo going on. Look at his hair today. He didn't. You know, you came in here. You said you didn't do your hair. I think you did do.
I haven't
your
washed
hair.
my hair in fucking days.
Oh,
Stop.
and
I
it
didn't
is
do mine
different,
today
right?
either.
He's got more volume.
Looking rough.
I can't. Like, I expect him to be selling me margarine in a few minutes.
Parted in a totally
Yeah, I
different
can't
way.
believe it's not BJ.
Because I woke up this morning in a different area.
Well, he doesn't part it, but he's got more volume going on. You know what I mean? It's like
Little
Fabio.
Sophie.
It's like the Magic the Gathering Fabio.
Yep.
Owen, you said that your friend from Roblox, or what was it? Was he playing Roblox?
Sorry.
You hung out with that friend?
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, you're probably there.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, probably.
I was just saying the kid in the intro that I was talking about
Yeah.
that made all the money on Roblox. He's 17. He's a family member, so he's
Yeah.
visiting my house.
You don't got to dox him or anything.
Is he like
No,
rich
I
as
don't want to
shit?
dox him. He's too young.
Yeah.
What's that?
Is he rich?
He's rich for a
Well,
young
he's
kid.
17 and he's got 25K in the bank. so-
Right. Yeah. Off
Off
Roblox.
of Roblox. You know what I just found out, y'all? Is that WorldCoin they've just like announced an expansion to be like universal, but they dropped out of Brazil, France, and India. So WorldCoin is no longer available in those three
Brazil,
places.
France, and India.
Is that part of BRICS?
Yeah, weird, right? And then they partnered with Minecraft.
Really?
Ooh, gross.
So you can verify users in Minecraft using World ID. I'm like, those are y'all's kids.
Why can't we have nice things? I just bought Minecraft for the kids. I just bought Minecraft.
What made you? Is there like some advertising campaign?
No, it wasn't an advertising and I had never played it.
Because he's been playing the crap out of Tears of the Kingdom and like the building system.
I did. I bought Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I've never played Zelda either. And so I am completely addicted. But yeah, Minecraft, my kids were like watching people play it a lot and they were like really excited about it. So I was like, you know, I wanted to let them experience and try to, you know, play. It's almost like a prepper game. The deal, you're hiding from zombies at night and spiders. And I dig bunkers. I make bunkers for myself in the game.
In
you know what I mean?
Minecraft?
Yeah, in Minecraft. So
Stop.
yeah, no, it's totally like it's like preparing kids to like survive the night of like skeletons and you know, zombies coming out of the water and all this stuff and like having to hunt for their food.
Yeah, get that
Hold
netherite, yo.
on. You
Yeah.
said
Netherite?
Juicy said Microsoft ruined Minecraft. Microsoft owns Minecraft.
Yes.
Probably.
Isn't Microsoft ChatGPT? OpenAI?
Yes.
Sam Altman?
Yep, Sam Altman.
They're all
damn it,
one.
It's all.
Bro.
Why can't we have nice things? I like Zelda though. I mean, maybe WorldCoin will avoid Zelda. Scotty Mo, Mr. Techno Goody, Nicole Ministator. Looks like Nicole is on the way across the country once again. Man, they move fast. BJ and Nicole had a lovely moment.
Yeah, she
on
doxed
crypto
me.
Twitter. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
Oh,
totally kidding.
oh my god, I looked at the timestamp. That was like Friday at 11 p.m. and like BJ was feeling nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BJ was feeling nice. And
I
he
saw
went-
that too.
He
The
went to spread
community
the love.
Thinking about
I
fucking
love
people,
that.
and I was like, you know what? Our community kicks ass.
It
really
does.
does. It really
For
does.
real.
Even
And you
through all the
deserve that,
BS.
Nicole, for real.
Oh yeah,
There's some serious BS as a channel, man. I mean,
Yeah.
we started when the market was at its lows. Everyone was sure that they were going to get 10K. We were sticking against the grain saying no. Obviously, you know, all the stuff we've been through over the last 3 months, 4 months. We're still making it through. We're still growing. So I really appreciate you guys sharing the links, letting people know that this is where the actual alpha comes out, man. This is where we get to just literally focus on crypto and macroeconomics to get a good bellwether for us and our viewers over the next year and into 2025. And damn, we've been good with the macro calls. We will be going over that. We've got some commercial real estate, kind of big worries in the commercial real estate. BJ found some kind of new write-ups about. But also, you know, we're going to be talking about making sure to practice taking profits.
Yeah.
I did the shout-outs. I was just late on the shout-outs. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Also,
I get
Ryan
distracted.
Schultz says, "Do I think USDC will ever come to Cardano?" So you currently can. It's a little weird. You have to connect 2 wallets. So basically, one that has USDC, one that has ADA, and then I think on Dex Tools you're able to do it. So it is not as easy and native as one would like, but it is a step towards it.
Yeah.
But I have heard rumors about a stable coin on Cardano soon. But what that actually means, I do not know, nor timeline.
Yeah.
But you can, in a way, do it right now.
Well, Cardano has been on
And
my
it's not a
mind.
bridge, which I do. Well, so I can't make that statement. Is it a bridge? I'm not sure.
Oh, are you talking about Dijet or USDC's connection?
No, like
to it?
USDC, but I don't think it's a bridge.
Yeah,
But
we'll have to look at that.
yeah, I need to look into that more for sure.
Cardano really, it might be primed for a good move. It was acting pretty aggressive this morning. Markets are looking pretty frothy. We're still at a stable coin of greed.
We're
at
down
70.
3 points.
Down 3 points. Okay, fair enough. We were looking at this on the morning live stream, like when things really started picking up. We stayed at 70, even into extreme greed for months and months on end.
We're at 73 for a hot minute.
I know we were up there and I expected just a big dump on the markets over the holiday. Really lackluster at best. Lackluster. We had
It's a techno
Solana.
goodie. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Look at this.
That's funny.
$109 Solana. Okay, last time we went live, much different. I did short Solana from like 116 down to 109, and then I got out kind of like at these front end dumps here.
There's some trend signs of it going back to about 87.
Yeah, I've been seeing those. That wouldn't be unreasonable. You also have this kind of stack of buying and just a little bit of hesitation there at $94. Solana is an interesting one, man. I saw so many people that were, you know, kind of, I would almost dare to say ETH maxis on Twitter, just freaking out about the explosive price action of Solana. Thought it was hilarious. You know, there's highlighting Solana's going to Valhalla. Meanwhile, Ethereum hasn't really done much. And then it just made me do some kind of retrospect. And right now, you know, I understand Solana's $110, much different than the $9 that we all remember at the lowest low of the market for Solana. But then, you know, over the past, I think it's let's see here, comparing a good comparison to it's the price action of Avalanche, and
That was dope.
Oh, that was trip. How'd you do that?
Did you spill something on that controller too, Owen?
Oh, what are you doing over there, Owen? Okay. All right.
One's up to no good.
Let's see here. So,
Do a lot of good.
right about this is when things really started heating up. About the 8th of December, Avalanche is at $30, but then before that, before the main pump, this is when me and you ate a bunch of cheeseburgers and hammered into Avalanche, Owen. It was right around. It was like Halloween, right about then, and you had a $10 Avalanche right at that time. Let's look at the time frame again. So it was Halloween. Then you compare where Solana was in that same time frame. And this is just a reminder, Solana is just catching up with a lot of pumps that have been happening across the board. So we got this, and you can see that Solana was actually around $32 at the time. So, you know, thinking about that, It's not like I missed out by hammering into Avalanche, but by God, the Solana ecosystem, the meme coin craze, that was nuts. Absolutely incredible. Are you still holding any of your chaotic Solana memes?
Yeah,
BJ?
it hasn't stopped.
Yeah, it hasn't
It's
stopped.
slowed down a little bit over Christmas, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature of the beast and people taking profit on Solana itself.
Right.
But a lot of the ecosystem's somewhat changing in the sense that you're having a lot of the ETH maxi jeets coming over and acting like ETH holes. So, things are changing a little bit here and there.
Yeah, Web3, me, hello all, no, not too late, Solana leading the alts this cycle. Yeah, and I have the same, and I'm going to be looking at a little bit of the inflation rate of Solana just to remind us it's healthy taking profits, okay? We have a pretty aggressive market cap in comparison to what Solana reached at the peak of the last cycle. If you can check this out real quick.
The correlation between tops and price, like that's going to be two very different charts, isn't
This
it?
is the market cap,
Yeah, I know.
and it's almost at its all-time high. Pretty much on its way there. It's about 50.
Oh,
Where are
look
we
at
at?
the price.
Where is
Because
this?
you want those to overlay pretty well. Now, click on the price chart.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
those do actually overlay better
not
than I
bad,
thought.
but the inflation is definitely there. So, like, you're at about $50 billion right now. I think it topped out at, was it 76 billion? You're not too terribly far away from the all-time high. And again, with the precedent that this spot ETF is setting for the rest of the markets, I definitely feel like an all-time high is kind of easy peasy for Solana to accomplish at this point. But then,
I mean, it still does have some fundamental issues because
it does.
Even Fane Tradfi was saying I'm not sounding as much like an ADA at Maxi. I still am.
He's
He still is, yeah.
But I mean, with anything, same thing when I was saying I still thought we were going to hit the 19.7 CME gap. That didn't stop me from buying. I'm still an ADA Maxi. Still not going to stop me from buying other stuff. But there's still some fundamental issues with Solana that I'm still worried about personally.
Yeah.
And yes, they finally hit a year of uptime successfully, but we'll have to see.
Is Solana flipping ETH, BJ?
I have no clue. I don't know their market cap differences. I don't think.
Well, so ETH did $550 billion
Yeah,
last
I
year.
mean,
OG
I think
ETH hater.
I've been saying it's funny. I've been saying this stuff for like 2 years that it's just like the non-determinism of Ethereum, the lack of scalability, the lack of improvement in the system, the lack of it actually being able to become proof of stake. Like these are all fundamental issues that I don't see Ethereum doing very well this cycle
At the moment.
and towards the future.
Well,
I
they
really
don't have any hope
And
of fixing the gas next year as the Q1 fix.
Sure, and they've been proof of stake for over a year and still aren't actually proof of stake. Like it's a dead dinosaur in my opinion. Like, will people still make gains with it? Potentially, but I think people are wasting their time being over there anymore. And I've been saying this for a long time, and everybody in this office said I was
It's a hot take.
totally full of shit. Yet we're starting to see all of that more and more. And
Well, look at the
more.
top gainers here.
I do think
Okay.
it's funny though that I always said there's going to be some kind of partnership between Cardano and Ethereum for a hybrid system between proof of work and proof of stake because Ethereum can't actually be proof of stake. We're kind of starting to see that with like Arbitrum and other stuff.
Oh, look
so.
at the top gainers: OP, layer 2 for ETH; Arbitrum, layer 2 for ETH; Mina, layer 2. There you go. ZK
and then
knowledge.
Cardano and the Mina partnerships.
They have partnerships as well with Mina. Okay, good. Man, Mina has been really, really moving. I know Justin and DZ are really excited about that one. Johnny and myself, obviously elated about these layer 2s. I like seeing them move. Bitcoin SV, top winner within 24 hours. That's concerning. This is the week, though. OP really dominating the week with a 90%, nearly 90%, 81% on the week. Rose Network shaving off a little bit here. We did see or kind of sense some weakness in the Caspa graph. Caspa's another just side play I wanted to make sure to have. Yeah, there we go. Over the month down 16%. So this one, it's a matter of if I wait until I hit this 8-cent level or just feel good about this. I mean, really the overall markets, they're not giving up much right now. Like I've been trading a lot and expecting a larger correction. I'm literally flat after lots of trades. So, I mean, it wouldn't be flat because I paid hundreds of dollars in fees and stuff like that. Yeah, but man, this market is just, it's seeming to get a little bit hot too early for my liking. I thought we had more time to really.
And we could be wrong, but I tend to agree, and I still think we have a washout. I still don't think the ETF is approved in January. I'm still shooting for around February 2nd. But again, depending on how much you're putting in, like, should that stop you? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, you have to have long time frames in mind for,
Relatively. I mean, 15 months really isn't that long of a time frame.
That's so true. Right?
Like,
it's only 15 months. My hand just hit the sack.
I mean, most of y'all have probably been here throughout this bear market where you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I just pulled up crypto bubbles like right before we came down here, and I saw how much render has gone up percentage-wise over the past year, and I'm like, I vividly remember being in the seat a year ago talking about render.
Yep.
Not me, but like Nick, like y'all were talking about render, and I'm like, I have a little bit. Anyways, good calls.
Yeah,
from the
render
basement.
is a big one.
But it's been a year of like sideways, not much happening, and now things are happening. 15 months.
Life comes at you quick when it happens, right? And over the time frame, I was trying to. I have a season of being a Bitcoin maximalish type person. It's when the markets are correcting, when everything's collapsing, all the altcoins go down by 99%, like they do every single bear market.
Like
so
90.
they did 90, 98.
Don't be a drama queen.
Okay, but there's some that I won't even go there. I won't even go there. It's a new year almost. It's going to be a new me.
Yeah.
No more low blows.
Don't be how you've been in the past.
Yeah, I'll be better. I will be better, BJ, okay? Render, man, this thing it looks like the Solana market cap graph. It's actually a lot closer to its previous all-time high than a lot of other tokens. Oh, man, this one is nasty. 12,000%. Oh, God. Looking at this chart makes me highly concerned. Even though we've been talking about it for a while, you just want more and more of the good picks before they absolutely got render at 40 cents. Thanks to Nick Scotty Mo. There it is. He knows. I got a guy in the chat, .gun. I don't think he's on right now, but he's a 3-gunner. Big shout out to .gun. I'll have to let him know. I mean, he's a 3-gunner competition 3. It's a great sport. 3-gun is a great sport.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is tough. People don't get in the shotgun section. Putting those shells in there quickly, not as easy as it looks. All right, so we got a lot of good news to go through. We're going to go through a bunch of stuff I've been finding over the week. Bitcoin closing in on a weekly golden cross for the very first time in history. This is absolutely sick for me to see the larger market really gaining up for some.
First time in history, or the very first time in history on the 1 week chart?
On the 1 week chart. Yep. But look at what I'm looking at here is our gargantuan spring being built up, and essentially, the lack of collapsing all the way through this and flipping, bullish and crossing this right as traditional stocks are right on the edge of falling off a cliff, primarily commercial real estate, which we're going to drop into in a minute. This is one of the most bullish charts I've ever seen in my life. And it's very, very different than another pretty similar type situation. I'll pull this up. Here's a death cross on crude oil. Very first, with a downward sloping 200-day moving average since the onset of COVID. Remember when oil went negative? It was negative $17 a barrel. Pepperidge Farm. It was hot. You had to pay to transport. You had to physically get it. It cost you money to get it at that level. But seeing this roll over so fast, and the geopolitical tension that's basically going on with OPEC in the United States, now the United States basically looking at opening up the Keystone Pipeline and pissing off Joe Biden's entire base so that the Democrats have nothing.
Speaking of
left to
pissing
stand
people
for.
off, PPWT Film says Primus sucks.
Whoa!
Incorrect. They're all extremely talented.
Bro.
I can't listen to them, though.
My name
Even
is
as a bass player.
Dude.
I'm just being a troll. They are extremely talented, but it is...
We got Aaron coming up, and DOD
It
Slave.
is not the most palatable music. We'll just put that way. Yeah, I just don't like when people say a band sucks when they're actually extremely talented because you don't like them.
Crypto
But I
Alpha.
agree. I don't listen to them for a reason.
Look at Crypto Alpha. Do you guys realize the basement is by far the best channel on Hit? Pay attention to TJ. He does. And we do get paid, That's like one of the beautiful things about working for crypto-focused news agencies. It's literally my job to sit here and objectively research and make calls on the market from a third person's perspective without really any particular monetary interest other than being a part of crypto and letting everyone know what is going on as it's happening. It's made this situation where I'm not beholden to tokens paying me off. I'm not beholden to any of that bullshit because I can sit here and objectively look at the markets and call it as I see it without any sort of outside interference of, pushing me towards a bullish ideal.
Well, it would
anything like that.
behooved you to be of that mentality.
How you doing, Aaron?
Can I
I was thinking.
can I bequeath you this wrapper?
Yeah, there's Doc
We're
Gunn.
just using weird B words right now.
Look at
What?
Doc
Good
Gunn.
Lord.
He's in the chat. I saw his 3-gun thing. Man, we need to get a range day set up for the basement. I think that should be a thing.
I'm going this weekend.
Owen's back. You're going this weekend?
No, I said that.
Give me a scrap.
Owen's going to the range today? Are you
Yep.
serious?
Yep.
I am
What
so
the-
jealous of
I'm
you.
going with some of my family members from
We're
Michigan.
family.
You know what happened? Right after Christmas morning, everyone just started shooting their guns in my neighborhood. It was a really special, magical moment.
It's
You
great.
know what I mean?
Scary.
Love
It was.
that.
Flying
Well,
bullets.
it's not
Hold
scary.
up.
They're just shooting into backstops and stuff. You know what I
It's
mean?
fine.
At
People
least
are
you're not
smart.
inner city. The backstop is the 7-Eleven that you might be purchasing lotto tickets at. But
I don't buy lotto tickets. I buy meme coins.
same thing. Same
For
thing.
real, actually.
Well, one of them has
Yo,
better odds.
My grandma, for her 77th birthday last week, got 77 scratch offs. And I was like, that's why I work in crypto. Like,
77
it
scratch offs.
runs deep.
Did she go through them all?
Yeah.
Did everyone
What up,
wait?
Crimson?
She won something, but
She did.
I wasn't there.
Did it pay
That's
her
what
back?
she did on her birthday, though. Like, she woke
Okay.
up and scratched off 100.
That's hardcore. We got a scratch off ticket. We had
Yeah,
a
for our
holiday
holiday party.
I know it was
I
nice.
think I
still
won
haven't scratched
too.
mine.
Manawak's got the
I don't
pew
know
pews.
yet.
We got the pew pews. We could go. We could make this happen.
C90 wants my take on XRP. Oh boy.
Oh man, I pissed some people off with my
man.
take, and that's on the subject of objective viewing of the crypto markets without any monetary reasoning pushing me in a corner where I have to decide.
You like the new conspiracy that BRICS is going to start using XRP? That's the new narrative they're
no,
pushing.
they're not,
Are they
VJ.
I'm not saying they are. I'm stating that is the new narrative
Dude.
that XRP people are pushing.
Okay, and
So they're like, buy it because bricks.
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. That's it's a matter of it's just when something is low hanging fruit and just seems too damn easy. It always is. That's what my opinion in life is. It's you have to take risks. There's not a bunch of winners that just are telegraphed what the transition in finance is going to be. And
I
do
disagree with that.
you think?
Yeah, all the free money everybody got in COVID, that was a low hanging fruit where it's free money
Okay.
that then
Okay.
you could have thrown into crypto.
But look what they
That
get. It seems so free and easy, and now everything's 3 times expensive.
Well, that's true, but I'm saying the people who took that money and totally basically were able to escape out of inflation.
That is-
if they did it correctly.
and I did that exact thing.
Yeah,
When
you
it
took
happened.
that obvious low
I
hanging
did.
fruit.
I
I'm just
did.
saying when you speak in absolutes, as which you did,
Well, and when I
you are
did it,
beholden.
yeah, I was getting
fallacies,
My
okay.
dad and my parents were asking me like, "Why are you doing that? Why aren't you just putting that money aside to pay rent down the road when we're locked down 8 months from now?" And I was like, "Well, I'm basically this is all funny money that they're printing and just handing to me. So I'm going to turn this funny money and make hilarious money." And that's what happened. But after years of holding and watching XRP, there's many, many questions that come to mind about these mainstream media, publications coming out talking about it as like banks literally start wars to control resources. Do you think that they're just going to allow some private cryptocurrency agency to redo their whole reason for existence? I know we have a ball sack right here.
I just saw
Yeah,
that on
we have a-
camera. I had to turn
yeah.
and look.
Yeah, we have a ball sack
Nutsack.
right there.
That's crazy. I
That's
didn't
from
know
Chili
that.
Rainbow. Chili Rainbow gave us
Wow.
that.
You mean it's
Yeah.
nuts?
It's nuts.
You're on one today,
It's,
BJ.
it's absolutely nuts. Yeah.
You should miss earlier in the morning stream. They kept saying a name over and over again. I was like, man, that feels like the biggest missed opportunity for a sex toy shop. And people go, what? I was like, Kinko's.
Dude, it is. That's a
Stop it.
great. Take this idea and run with
Good
it,
Lord.
folks.
I mean,
Okay.
you can. It's pretty much trademarked. So
Oh, what?
Kinko's is a copy and supply center.
But what if you spell it different? What if you spell it like Kinkous or Kinkus. Kinkus. That would work in North
I'll buy
Georgia.
the domain. We'll be good.
Yeah. You can just use the name. We'll see.
Let me ask or answer the question from C90 about XRP or whatever. I'll be honest, I have a little bit of XRP, just a little
Just a little bag.
just a little bit of a bag, not even a bag, just a little bit,
Just a touch.
I don't know. All I heard about was,
Like a little dime bag?
when XRP wins against SEC, it's off to the races then. And we got a little bit of a pump, but then it just chilled. But I mean, I think the price is still going to go up. I got a little bag, but
Yo,
I don't have super high hopes. I'm more about the ADA.
Also, PPW has absolved his sins. Apparently, in the realm of Primus lovers, it's customary to say they suck.
XRP?
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
No.
it is. It is.
The-
No,
Also-
Primus.
psyop narrative that you're going with, the XRP's the psyop. My thing is when they flipped the switch and they won the case, or mostly won the case.
That's supposed to be the flip
it was
switch.
but it was
Look at my tweet that
relisted.
said,
It was relisted
"Take
onto Coinbase
profits."
right then, that day or something, and I have been buying it on Uphold, so I was like, that's weird because usually it takes a day. I feel for them to list things on Coinbase, but XRP was immediate, and I was like,
Well, and it had all these amazing things it's supposed to be rolling with by now. It's the most regulated crypto in the world because secondhand sales are not securities according to the U.S. And that's the biggest market on earth. And it's an American company, so we're going to take over the whole financial system. And
But-
here we are. Literally, what is it? 63 cents? I'll just shoot from the hip, maybe.
Something like that.
While everything else pumps 20%, it moves, 5% or something like that. I don't think XRP won't hit. I think XRP, I'm looking at $3 is what I'm hopeful to get out of the project when it really pumps, if it ever really does pump. But it has had some very diminishing tops. And the more cult-like and entrenched in it I see people becoming, it almost feels a little hexish almost at this, feels a little weird. So I just gotta say it. I'm a holder. I just gotta call out.
We got some. We're just hoping for a little bit of gains,
yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Tia made it. Yes, Primus is a compliment. Good to know. I
And
did not know that.
it's also okay to have other opinions, people, okay?
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. It's
Speaking
You
actually
of
have
healthy.
other opinions.
Les Claypool's best side project, in my opinion, is Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains. It's a banger.
You found the nuclear power trio too.
Oh, God, they're so good.
Yeah, the nuclear power trio is out of northern Colorado.
They're so
A Legion.
Their
Great.
bassist is absurd.
I can't remember who the bassist is for that
I
one.
don't remember. I looked it up. He is
Yeah.
incredible.
Nuclear Power Trio, check them out. Definitely check them out. So let's go to this news. But right off the cuff, BJ, are we going to actually get a spot Bitcoin ETF approved in 2024 by your account?
My guess is still February 2nd,
You think so?
but
It's looking likely. We had.
I mean, it is the marionette strings of the market right now. So I
if
think
it
they're
gets
going to
turned
continue.
down, we dump. We dump.
Well, it does whatever they want because they can get turned down by one, get picked up by another. When you have I'm going to shoot from the hip.
Yeah, I like
there's 10 different ones in
13.
approval. lineup.
Yeah. It's 14 or 15, but it's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So you can deny some, then talk about other ones, and then are you allowed to reapprove after the initial denial? It's again, it seems like the perfect way to control the markets for right now.
Well, I saw
does.
some interesting stuff break right before we went live. Looks like senior ETF analyst Eric Balchunas says the SEC is ready to actually approve this ETF if the applicants do cash creates and have signed agreements from authorized participants. The cash creates is the big thing that all of the, BlackRock and all these other agencies had these dark, deep secret meetings last week and the week before that with the SEC. This is what they were setting up, is making sure cash creates are part of the applicant's design for holding and purchasing. Beyond that, they are going to hold spot Bitcoin ETFs. So
Seems like a great way to rug pull Bitcoin too, because Tether, for example, people are so worried about it because it's held up with so much commercial Chinese paper. Isn't that kind of what's about to happen here? That's a question, not a statement.
no, they're going to have to hold spot. They're going to have to hold actual Bitcoin. Corn
They
on the
are,
cob.
okay.
Yes, they are going to have
Not
to have
ca-
that
or not
corn on the cob.
Cash. Okay.
No. They have to purchase it with cash creates, and then they have to physically hold it. Well, they don't physically hold it. Coinbase is going to be holding a majority of the market. It's BlackRock. that's
Coinbase
using
was
them.
in trouble, and then apparently they're not.
I know.
That
It's-
still sketches me out. I'm
It's so weird.
that
right?
seems like too many things lining up that it's It's what makes me not bullish on Bitcoin in general, like Bitcoin specifically, just because the allocation of the miners being basically controlled by two main pools, the fact that this is coming, the fact that Coinbase was being sued by the SEC, but now they're the ones who are going to be the custodial agent. It's like,
Right.
That's really fishy.
That was one of our biggest shorts, is calling out that whackness when it was first kicking off, because you had the Coinbase in lock with the SEC still in that lawsuit. And actually a few others have popped up from Coinbase about this ETF as well. And then, the same day or the same week, Fed Now goes live. Then they solved the secondary market XRP.
Well, that's the question. So if Coinbase is holding it and they're somehow deemed, let's say, violating something, would that allow the U.S. government to then seize that Bitcoin?
Is that Tom Brown in the chat?
Because again, if you're trying to do a Fed Now or some kind of something else, you're
Tom
already one of the largest holders of Bitcoin.
Tom Crown's in the chat.
I'm sorry, BJ, but
I'm going on a weird narrative, and you're going to talk about the shortest man in crypto.
Oh
Wait.
my God!
I gotta pull up.
Wait! Oh shit! We said Tom Crown 3 times. There's a button.
Wait.
Owen doesn't know that.
He doesn't
Be
know
ready
about
for
it.
the zoom in,
doesn't
Owen.
know that trick.
DZ sent me a photo of Tom Crown to put in a video the other day. I gotta pull it up.
Is this Giga Chad Crown?
This is. I mean, I'm sure he shared this before, but
No, you'll see a Tom
Look at
Crown
this.
photo.
look at this.
Oh.
What's that? Where's the zoom?
Zoom.
Stop it.
Where's the
Wait,
zoom?
I can find it.
Hashtag I used to be
It's
a
not
fuckboy.
focus.
Damn! Somebody call the police. Tom
We
Crown.
love
Focus.
Tom Crown's pecs have been
Look
stolen.
at that.
Look at the kiss.
He's all the
What did his
kisses.
shirt, his chest
He's
says?
having
Kiss
fun.
me something.
Oh,
Kiss
that's his
me,
college days,
I
right?
love Tom Crown.
Irish.
Yeah,
Is he
gum.
Irish?
Unbelievable. Irish? I don't know. Let us know, Tom.
Anyway.
Shout out
Look,
Tom. We should get Tom.
exposed.
Tom, let us know. We'd like. I'm gonna bring on Evan Aldo, a couple
Damn,
other
we're holding
good
this up
traders
for
out
so
there.
long.
Have
Cool.
to call in.
It's like- Change the camera.
Delayed.
I think we're actually going to get this spot ETF approval. It's crazy, but I think what's happening. And then in that, you can expect a lot stronger performance from Solana, from Avalanche, from Chainlink, from all these other big projects that we really like. There is going to be a trickle-down effect, and they are going to be hitting some very, very high numbers. Like, I've always been of the opinion, if we do get this approval, the top 10 will be made up of coins that are $100 billion market cap on up. So if you're choosing some within the top 10 that end up in the top 10 or hold their spot, then you're sitting pretty if you're involved right now. So we do see some good stuff coming there. Now, we had something weird. Grayscale SEC filings confirmed that Chairman Barry Silbert and a board member, Mark Murphy, have resigned. Why would two prominent figures resign right as their spot ETF is allegedly about to be approved? Oh, wait. And this guy thinks that this is just a sign that they're going to be
I don't
denied.
think so. I think it's to avoid insider trading
Yeah.
and basically commingling of funds and everything else.
Yeah, I think so too. You had because I was asking you about this before we went live,
Yeah.
and that they probably know a lot about what's coming for Bitcoin and the traditional market's exposure to it. And it
Well,
might
also, aren't there some bills attempting to be passed about? I know they're not in the Senate and they're not political figures, but for insider trading, that if things are going to supposedly tighten up there, it seems like the perfect move. Like I can never say the word. It begins with ob and ends with fuscate.
yeah,
Say it for me.
obfuscate.
Yeah, I just can't say that word.
Why?
I don't know. There's just certain words I cannot say.
Okay. I felt special there. for a
Yeah,
second.
well, you should.
Okay.
I'm
Appreciate
not
it,
a
Tom.
cunning linguist always, but yeah, I mean, it just seems like the perfect power play. And then they can just absolute degen into it.
Well, and that's what J.P. Morgan back in 1895, J.P. Morgan had to act like the central bank, and they basically pushed the creation of the central bank forward to get out of the public limelight so that they could deal in the backgrounds. And look who owns the market still, but has a front of the central bank leading the way for them and taking all the flack, and Jerome Powell just getting his ass beat every time he takes a stand now over the off-the-rails monetary policy that has ensued afterwards. But it is a good take that, maybe Barry just doesn't want to be directly in a connection with
That feels
this.
foolish to be like, oh, they're worried about embarrassment. And it's like, all these people work together, and it's like, if they knew that it was going to 100% get denied, they probably wouldn't even gone to this stage.
Yeah. BJ,
Yes, sir.
I need someone to come up here. Oh, never mind. I just got a call from my daycare. I got to check out all my kids. Let me see. I'm going to send him a message here.
You sick? Much love, Tom. Thanks for
Hopefully
hopping
not.
in.
Let's see here. Misty is in the chat.
You're
Hit 'em up.
desperate if you want to put me in that chair.
Nah, well, no. I mean, it's not
I'm
desperate.
kidding.
It's not desperate.
I'm hilarious.
So, yeah, it's just kind of weird that Silver's stepping downrise is happening, but it's more logical. He probably knows exactly what's coming for the market. And Grayscale has just again filed another amended S3 to convert their GBTC into an actual Bitcoin ETF as well. It's coming down the road. It looks good so far. All engines are go. But, be wary. There is a potential major bad day for crypto coming if it gets a hard denial. So you have to think about that. We also have this from, we're going to get into commercial real estate because this is the juicy stuff on the macro side I like to watch. New normal for commercial real estate. Properties are selling for less than half of what they were worth just 5 years ago. A downtown LA office building just sold for $92 million in 2018 and just sold for $44 million. 2 days ago, the Aon Center in LA, third largest building, sold for 45% less than its last purchase price in 2014. All as real estate giants like WeWork filed bankruptcy and flood the market with supply. Isn't that fantastic? Well,
Do you think that's different because of the pricing? Because I have some family friends that have a very large house they're selling for like $4 million here in Georgia.
And they want
And-
to sell.
Yeah, but they can't find any buyers. So
not.
like what a lot of celebrities do with their houses is like, I mean, The Rock had a house here too. He like bought it for, I don't know, I'll say $8 million and then sold it for $6 million. Like they're just desperate to sell it, it seems like. Is
Yeah.
that why?
I mean, there's not a huge demand for commercial real estate. The underlying thing that I'm watching here is this collapse in real estate gives the inclination, if I were in Larry Fink's shoes, to change the focus of what you're investing in outside of commercial real estate and mortgage-backed securities into more aggressive and disruptive assets like, say, computer chips, things of that, NVIDIA, Bitcoin, technological advancements, and disruptive technology.
Well, it also might be a really great time to invest in commercial real estate, assuming you can get a loan, because if you look, some of the things that I put in here that are going to pop up is people are working from home.
Yeah.
Therefore, these buildings are stationary.
Yes.
People need places to live. Therefore, you convert office space into residential space. But before that happens, you crash the price of these commercial locations, then buy them because they can become commercial. And then when you see a lot of things with the smart cities that are coming and UBI, that means that then you'll have government money coming in that is almost a guaranteed payday if you turn these buildings into basically Section 8 housing.
And I love
stuff
how
like
you
that.
gave me what thing now. It's well, look, they have this from the White House.gov.
Yeah.
Commercial to residential conversion addressing office vacancies right here.
Now, granted, that's from October 27th?
Yeah, but look, they got the Christmas signal on it. Look at that. I'm
Oh,
still
it's a little
feeling
animated.
jolly.
Wow.
Even though I hate Joe Biden, this makes me feel jolly. Commercial to residential conversion addressing office vacancies. It was all COVID's fault. And now we're turning residential or commercial real estate into residential. Or volume has fell by 64% year over year. In the second quarter of this year, 2023, at the same time, office vacancies reached a 30-year high at 18.2%. That's a hell of a lot of open offices to be sitting around, costing money in maintenance and not producing any sort of, not just income, but just a flatline return on your payments. So with this problem, they're going to be transferring a lot of these into residential, which, makes sense. I mean, if there's not a big use for them, you have a large contingent of people able to work from home, you're going to have to change things. Then we also have this. Banks are facing $160 billion in losses on holding these real estate loans. So this is pushing forward. Because remember, in March of 2024, the BTFP slated to come to an end. If they have to continue doing the BTFP, risk assets are going to go apeshit. The market is going to realize that there is no fix in the near term for this situation. If the BTFP continues in March, you watch. It won't be, obviously we got the Bitcoin spot ETF, great. We have the halving April, great. But if you see the continued use of this third quantitative easing mechanism, the major money market makers are going to notice, and they're going to plow into disruptive technology like Bitcoin.
They're going to
NVIDIA.
need a new option.
They're going to need a new
Which
option.
hilariously lines up at almost the same time.
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful how that all lines up? You know what I mean? You have the election also The
debt ceiling hiatus is one in 2025.
This will drop real estate all across the board. Yeah, man. I mean, Big Daddy, he ain't wrong. Real estate in my area, it's still holding pretty steady, but there's not as much demand for it. You know what I mean? So, you know, you
It's
got
on
to
the
think
downtrend
that.
for sure.
Oh God, yeah, Miss T. I told you. The fires in Hawaii cleared the way for the first smart city in the U.S.
Didn't we talk about that months ago?
Yeah,
Like
we
right
did.
after it happened, we're like, "Gah."
Yeah, I had to stop when we started talking about blue umbrellas, though. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
Lord.
You know, I had to stop when we got there, but you could just see the results. You know, now they have this fertile, empty ground to put all these gigantic megaplexes in and create a 15-minute smart city so that the
Which
Wi-Fi
actually, I
can
want
go
to
out.
see the other thing I posted in there are the cities in the U.S. that have been applying.
Oh, yeah.
There's apparently a
check
15-minute
it
city
out.
contest. I'd be interested if that shows how many are in Hawaii.
Let's see here. I know Hawaii was one of the first
Oh,
to
yeah.
be implemented. It doesn't give a write-up on how many of the
But if you
dots-
click on that first photo, it
Here we
should
go.
link you to.
Someone make a meme coin Aaron with hat.
Aaron with hat.
Yeah.
Bro. All right, look at
If you move us
Colorado's
out of the
on
way,
here.
though, you can kind of see.
Let's see here.
Smart
One
City.
Smart City Challenge winner announced in June. Smart City, 5 finalists to be announced. Oh, South by Southwest. God, this is why I left music. Because it is all this woke ideology. Literally, I can try and be quiet and reasonable and listen to people. And South by Southwest is one of the worst organizations on the planet. I absolutely despise them with every ounce of my being. And
So I see Hawaii down there by the hashtag .smartcity, but they're not showing.
yeah, they might want to be hiding that.
That's actually because Alaska has one.
Yeah.
Why doesn't
What?
Hawaii show anything on there?
Hey, where's the white?
Hawaii's down by in the lower corner by the hashtag next to where the web address is.
Yeah.
Oh, teeny.
But yet they were talking about turning Alaska into a smart city, yet for some reason it's not on this
Well, and their
chart.
mayor was like flying out to the Hawaiian mayor or the government in Hawaii. They've been flying out to Davos and flaunting this smart city plan and that they're going to be the first to do it. And then lo and behold, half the thing burns to the ground.
And also when people say, what's your source? Transportation.gov. So the actual Department of Transportation website.
Yeah. So very sad. Very sad. Oh, and I
They're
don't have my
omitting things
bullets,
for a reason.
but I would use them. Let's see here. What else do we got here? There's a lot of stuff going on. Basically, I look at this graph and it reminds me of where my homeland is. Fargo, North Dakota. Right
North
there.
Dakota.
Frozen tundra, right in the middle, away from all the Wokies. Man,
Are you from North Dakota?
my whole family is.
Have you not heard him talk?
I have, but I just thought that was from Colorado.
Oh, you betcha.
I thought that was just from Colorado.
Well, all right. So the Whitert clan, they made it all up here, and then my pops decided he threw a dart at a map and headed down to Colorado. He's pretty good at darts, so he hit the center right about there. So that's how I ended up in Colorado. But now I'm in Georgia.
Kansas is more the center, but you know,
Yeah, okay, BJ.
it depends how many
I see
whiskeys you've had. The center
Okay.
can be
That's
arbitrary.
If you squint really
true.
hard,
I mean, it's still. I mean, what's in Kansas, anyways? He probably hit Kansas and
Tornadoes.
just went to Colorado. I'll bet you. God, there's the
Taylor
Fargo coming out of
Swift.
me. I'm to Colorado. All right, so we got all this covered. Let's go to this. This is fun. U.S. Treasuries have seen an inflow of $177 billion this year, the highest amount in history. A lot of historical charts to go around here. Back-to-back years of record inflows of money into treasuries. People are locking up the money. They increase the return heavily, banking on the fact that the Federal Reserve will be able to bring inflation back down around 3%, maybe even lower down to 2%. And you can make some great money off of your 5% return over 30
I wish they would
years.
show how much of that's, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15, 30, and so on. Not just
let's
a
see
blanket.
here. No, these are
This is blanket treasuries.
these are blanket treasuries. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are just overall treasuries. They don't separate them that way. But really, I don't think that the Fed is going to get the inflation back down to 2%. I think that the people buying these treasuries are going to get crushed. I'm just going to say it. I think that a lot of the existing infrastructure of economic movement is in for a very, very rude awakening with the reset that Klaus has in mind for everyone, especially as we just went over the MBS, mortgage-backed security sector. It's Basically, the banks have about $2.5 trillion in overall liquidity to pull from. They've already used up $1.9 trillion of that. There's not too much runway left to go on the losses side. So if we continue to see those interest rates spike, they're crushed. And so thus comes in the idea that the Fed is running out of juice and actually has to pull back their monetary policy. And guess what? It's happening. So the markets just saw the biggest 2-month easing of financial conditions in history. Once again, historical. Since November 1st, the market has priced in an additional 140 basis points in cuts on the interest rate. In other words, the markets have added 5.5 interest rate cuts to their forecast in 2 months. What sucks? Are you all right, Owen? Cheers. Oh.
Apparently, we need to start a GoFundMe so
Apparently.
Owen can have a more comfy
We need
chair.
a shot of Owen. Owen, let me see you. Come on. There,
That's
where are you
not
at?
good posture,
there he is.
bro.
There he is. Look at him. He's floating around the room. BJ.
God, warm me so I can pull my pants down a little bit. Good gosh.
Damn, is boner that bad?
No, I got some pale thighs, bro. I got some pale thighs.
I love it. I love it. So
Yeah, he's throwing up a Vitalik 10 over here.
What? Bro, there ain't nothing
Dude.
going on there.
Oh my God. So basically, what this shows me and what I already knew, I don't need to really go over it too much, but there are going to be heavy rate cuts coming in 2024 because they cannot keep their boot on the neck of traditional finance or it will literally die of, what was it? Fentanyl. Yeah. So here we go. Now we also have this.
There's another one doing that, but
Yeah. Bankers in Argentina are taking to the streets to protest Javier Milei's reforms. He's going to be dismantling the central bank, and fancy pants people will not have it. We will not have this.
those look like random people who have just been convinced. I'm sorry, that lady in green.
Are these bankers? Oh, what is that?
They definitely paid people to be there.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they're clapping so fake. Like, what is this? What are you guys gonna come? What are you going to Disneyland? Are you in? Oh, what is that? Oh my God. Did you guys know that toxic animals in nature are often dangerous to humans? Did you know that?
You meant to say brightly colored animals.
Brightly colored animals, yes.
You left out part of that.
Brightly colored animals, yes. I'm sorry, I had to go
Poisonous
there.
to human.
I had to go there. F them. F the central banks. Have fun with it. Javier, have at it. It's absolutely refreshing to see someone so invigorated and so ready to fight the existing behemoth.
Isn't their money not worth anything because of their central bank?
Yes, exactly. And so he's
But
dismantling
they're
it.
fighting
No,
for
but
it,
that's what I'm saying. It's just
but they just love it.
Yes. I mean, and we've shown the Argentina peso compared to Bitcoin price. It's like 3 times its all-time high now. 3 or 4 times its all-time high. Bitcoin in Argentina. It's because their fiat currency is collapsing. So it's just disgusting to see people get locked into you have to use fiat. You have to fail with us on this system we designed to fail on you to begin with 100 years ago. You have to stay where you are. You cannot move. You cannot go outside of our control mechanisms. You will die here, is what is being said metaphorically to me by the powers that be every time they try to stop the everyday person from their access to Bitcoin and self-custody. So it is up to us to fight back against that narrative on every platform possible. Let's see here. So we got this. I don't know if I need to go into this too much. Vivek is absolutely winning me over, though. Calling out Nikki
you're falling
Haley.
for it.
Well, okay. Am I falling for it? He's acting so good. He's had ex-FBI come up to him and be like, dude, please be careful. Please be careful. He has. He's had some things happen on the campaign trail that look, they could just look very organic, but I get the gut feeling that the guy means well. He's going up against a monster, though. So, I just got to put a little bit of support behind things that I'd like to believe in. And obviously, I have a hard time believing in people or heroes these days with all the garbage that I've seen from talking heads and famous jackasses, I guess.
He feels like the political Richard Hart to me.
You think so?
He's a great orator. He knows what to hear people to say.
He knows
And
social media too.
He knows
I
how
think.
to make 3 statements that are not connected to the 4th statement and then make you agree with the 4th statement based off your agreements to the first 3, which is a highly manipulative tactic.
Well, and
which
another
Richard
thing
Hart
about Hart,
does.
I hated how much of an environmentalist doomsday person he was. Basically saying that Bitcoin mining and fossil fuels are going to end humanity as we know it.
Richard Hart?
Yes, that was his whole thing. Not his whole thing,
Yet
but every
he
time
had
you got
a
a
coin that was a Geth fork, which is a fork of how Ethereum worked,
Right.
which
And he
also was proof of work.
Flew on PJs and wore Gucci tracksuits.
Yeah, right.
I did not know that was part of his
It was
narrative.
Louis
I'm trying to save
Vuitton.
the planet, you guys. The planet's gonna die because of Bitcoin mining and oil. And then yet you're sitting there. Yeah, I could go on a rant about it. It just he's literally oh God, what's the right? I don't want to curse or anything like that, but I feel like it gives me the same gross feelings that like when I see Ripple, talking about how horrible Bitcoin is for the environment and that whole push that they did along with the ESG friends all in tote. And they're just like, we're going to stop oil and energy usage.
Oh, yeah, they did. Like when they took out the pipeline after claiming that, oh, I'm sorry, we care about the ESG narrative.
Yeah.
Yet you flooded
Yeah.
a body of water with oil to stop oil from going from point A to point B so that they
100%.
were beholden to the United States.
You're just used to it.
for oil and everything else. So it's like when you give me this narrative, but yet you're just constantly doing the antithesis of that.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Michael Moore. I agree with you. The orange one, he's coming. He's coming around the mountain.
I love how he shows up at all these like college football games. I'm like, he
Oh,
knows,
dude,
he
they-
knows his
Such a
demographic.
character.
Bro, like the country is there for him. Like it's going to be very interesting at the same situation like what we saw in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania at 3 a.m. on election night happens again. Probably not going to sit around and watch that one again and be like, oh, darn, maybe next time, guys. Maybe we'll have a chance to have our voice heard next time. I don't think that's the situation.
But they're also, you have the Bitcoin having
I'm sorry.
coming.
No,
This is
it's
an
just funny,
opportunity
the
to
voice.
make life-changing wealth, as you say, and
Right.
they're doing the classic distraction. Now, like the new thing, it's like, oh, there's a civil war coming. We definitely need to put that narrative out there so you're more and more distracted. And it's just, you got an election, you got Bitcoin happening, you've got so many other macroeconomic things happening, but it's like, how do we keep people distracted?
What if it's already happening with the protests in the city centers that we see like today? What if the thing with Israel and Palestine will begin just the internal one? I mean, JFK was locked down today. LaGuardia.
I did not know that.
LAX
What?
locked down today.
Really?
Stop it.
Yes,
Stop.
because
That
of
ain't
all
good.
of these are internal conflicts between different demographics happening at mass scale within our country that we just try to put a blinder onto because you don't want to sit there and live there. But what if it's not really so much politically driven as ideologically driven, right? There's a difference.
Is that not
between-
one and the same?
No, they're different. They're
How?
different. Ideological can be religious as well.
Is religion
Which-
not a government and a politics? Look at
I don't know. I would say they're different.
So
Yeah, I think
people
they're
say that
different.
Muhammad was more influential than Jesus because Jesus created a religion, Muhammad created a religion and a government. But religion is for controlling people, government's for controlling people. How are they not one and the same with just basically a different tracksuit on?
Well, I mean, you make a good point, right? You make a good point that an actual government was built around that. And obviously, in God we trust is American.
Even though separation of church and state.
Not really there to begin with. It was not there. They were one and the same when this country was founded. I miss the good old days. Goddamn. People that are in the middle of the road, they're going to wish for the good old days when it's too late. Then they'll try to come on my lawn when it's too late. And I don't know if my ears are going to be too perked up for that situation. But
But the distraction tactics are going in full force.
they are.
For sure.
They are
I have
absolutely.
heard Civil War so much.
Of course.
I know. I know.
Because you put it into the ethos.
It's been in here for
I'm gonna
3
be
years.
a hippie here. The way the body works is a computer program. And the hardest thing you're ever going to have to do in your life is to take basically your consciousness and overpower your subconsciousness with is your body.
Yeah.
Body doesn't like change, therefore you keep in repetitive cycles. So what starts happening here is if they want to change those cycles, start being like, oh, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. It starts reprogramming your brain to believe that to happen. And if you follow a lot of things with quantum mechanics, that the interesting thing with the double slit experiment, we could go into some wild stuff, but I think that's all about manifestation. But when you get the collective consciousness believing something's going to happen, it more than likely is going to happen. Because until observation, you have infinite possibilities. But if you increase the likelihood of observation creating that reality, that's exactly what they're doing here.
Yeah.
A great example was during flu season, for example, you convinced everybody that they were going to die. You basically change a big factor of what's known as psychoneuroimmunology, which is basically a big word for you thinking yourself healthy or you thinking yourself sick. So they convinced a lot of people to think themselves sick, and it showed true. You'll have a reduction in immunity.
Period.
That
At
is
one
not my
point,
opinion. That is statistical, scientific, biological
Yeah.
fact.
they said no symptoms are a symptom at one point to
I
get
know.
people
Really?
to
I know.
freak the fuck
Yes,
out and
yes,
think that they
yes.
were sick, so they would go get
So-
And then
tested.
they're like, wait, it's in me, and it's invisible.
Bro, this literally
So
was
now
happening
they're
all
trying to do
around
the same
me,
on a
and I'm like,
socioeconomic scale of convincing people there's a new civil war coming.
so it'll happen.
Why do you
I
think
mean,
the media is
maybe.
the strongest weapon of all time?
One thing I didn't see coming was opening Twitter this morning and seeing this. Michael Tyson fighting Hezbollah. But then he grabs him and he kisses him on the neck.
He does like a
God, I think
raspberry
this
in his
kid-
neck.
It's
They're so
adorable.
Look at
cute.
this.
He thinks he's a child and he's actually
No,
like 22.
I think he knows.
Well,
No
but I
way.
would be terrified if I was Hezbollah. Getting kissed on the neck by Mike Tyson? Holy shit.
Have you
know
seen
what I
Mike
mean?
Tyson with all the shrooms?
No,
yeah, I
He
think
just chews on them
I
for
think
always
mushrooms are the
mushrooms.
best thing that has ever happened to him. Like genuinely.
Oh my god! And then
Still
other
terrified
stuff.
of him,
This
though.
is sad news, but I just want to give a shout out. Gun tycoon Gaston Glock, dead at 94, the inventor of the only single firearm type that I will wear on my hip. I do not mess. I am a Glock maxi. I do not mess with 911s.
You know where Glocks, like where their headquarters are, right?
Is it really here?
Cobb County.
Shut up!
Cobb
Wait,
County.
what?
Stop it!
Mm-hmm.
What?
Their
Yep.
headquarters?
Oh my god! We
Yep.
got to go on a tour.
Yep.
We need to go on a tour. One more thing. Crypto trader meltdown
And I
from
never do
Lego.
that again.
If you guys want a good gift, I wonder if this exists.
All right, I got you handled.
At times, this is how I felt. I got liquidated on one trade and then crushed it on another one. I felt like this when I was messing around on the charts. Literally everything's flat, but we out here just trying to catch that juicy. Really having to practice taking profits. What I've been doing is just decided, it's 4K. I got in there and just every time I hit like $100, just take the profit. Just put it into profit. That's what I'm teaching myself. Stop going for the hires and the hires and the higher highs. Just take the profit, keep moving. You can make the call on the next, day, the next week. Never go full send and absolutely lose it and, go off the rails. That's how you get wrecked. Saw some people, a lot of people respecting crypto get absolutely crushed in the last bear market, and that is still under wraps because they never like to admit their faults. Here I am admitting my faults. I got liquidated once and then crushed it and made it all back with the same one. So now I'm having to just basically chunk back up. If it wasn't for fees, I'd be up by like 30%. But I take a lot of trades. So there is that. But I think we ran over on time again. Unbelievable.
Bum.
Unbelievable.
Bum, bum.
There's a
Oh,
saying,
Stop
Drew.
it.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I know. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's a good call. Are you giving an ooh-woo?
I think it's kind of overdue. Y'all
It's
need
an
it.
ooh-woo?
They've all been asking.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, you two.
Oh my God.
Me?
Don't do it. Oh my God.
Okay, nice. Oh, okay.
Ooh woo.
Dude, is that.
I'm not doing high pitch.
Remember that song from Yahoo?
Yeah.
That's when Yahoo was like really taking off.
Yeah.
You.
Man, what a good day.
Should we
There's
get
honestly,
ooh merch?
there's a lot of stuff we got to go over. I'm going to go over this stuff a little bit more
Those phones
tomorrow.
sound great in speakers, don't they? Or headphones.
I'm going to leave this just real quick. This is from Thor. Before I go to, we're going to bring the rest of the stuff tomorrow, but Metis DAO just announced a $30 million incentive program for the launch of
Nicole Minus Dow?
No, Metis DAO.
Oh, Metis.
Yeah.
Metis.
Just check out,
Diabetes.
we're checking out Metis. I'm going to go ahead and retweet this one from Thor. This is, oh God, did I already retweet it? All right, there we go. We're going to be diving into this one. This is an early mover, something pretty new that we're watching on the growth of it. So keep an eye out on that. But you all are absolute savages and wonderful people out in the chat. I hope you had a fantastic holiday. Crypto Alpha, you should call in. We should give crypto. We're going to have a call-in section on the show.
Yeah, we should.
Should we?
That would be so
Right.
entertaining.
You're going to make me do more work?
Yeah, well, no, we already have it set up.
I'm trying to make it sound stressful and difficult.
Okay. We should have a call-in, right? I went to Alex Jones, and the call-ins were the best show.
Yeah.
Best part of the show. So
We'll have to
I think we're
delay
gonna
the
start
live
there.
stream by like a minute, though. You know.
Yeah, it's all right. Crypto Alpha, Deadwood, Meanless Guy to Zulu, fantastic. Washington Writer, Hobus, Web3 Me, Boosted 2 JZ with that
Dead.
spiritual energy. Killed by Death, absolutely terrible way to die. And Nicole Ministator, along with Michael Morrison, Diesel. You are wonderful, wonderful people. I will be seeing you tomorrow. And as always, hit the likes, give us the love, send this shit out to the world.
Come to ATB 4 p.m.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, mate.